The secrets of self-discipline, guys. Motivation gets you started, but self-discipline is what keeps you going when motivation disappears. And I will guarantee you that motivation will disappear. If you're watching this video, you know that that's definitely true. You can't always hold on to motivation. It's not always there. Motivation is gonna do whatever it wants. It's gonna come and go. You're not in control of it. What you are in control of is your discipline. And we're gonna talk exactly about that in this video. So how do you get discipline? That's one of the biggest questions that people will have. Discipline is a muscle to train. Keeping the small promises you make to yourself is gonna help you train this muscle. So what do I mean by that? Let's stick to this for a second. Keep those small promises you make to yourself. Let's say you say to yourself, I'm gonna go to the gym 3 times per week, and then you don't do it. You're hurting your self-discipline muscle. Let's say you say to yourself, I'm gonna start eating healthy, and then you don't do it. The self-discipline muscle gets weakened again. Whatever you tell yourself, the smallest promises, it could be the smallest things. It could be something like, I'm gonna go to the grocery store today, and then you don't do it. Again, you're weakening your self-discipline muscle. I'm gonna study this. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna do this. Every single time you say you're gonna do something, no matter how small it is, guys, and you don't do it, you're weakening your self-discipline muscle, and by the way, and you're hurting your self-esteem and your trust for yourself. This is very important, guys. This is something I learned later on in life. This is a very important concept. I want you guys to really listen closely to this. Let's say you had a friend and you asked this friend, you said, hey, can you meet me at the gym at 2 p.m.? They didn't show up. Or maybe they showed up at 3 p.m. You said 2 p.m., they came at 3 p.m. You tell me now, can you trust this person after they've done this over and over and over and over again? You tell me, can you trust this person? You told this friend of yours, meet me at the gym at 2 p.m. The first week, they didn't show up. The second week, they came at 3 p.m. You said 2 p.m. The next week, they didn't show up. They made another excuse. Can you trust this person? It's a yes or no question. The obvious answer, I think, is no. You cannot trust this person. Now, what if this person is yourself? You told yourself you're gonna do this, and then you didn't do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Now, like I said, this goes for anything in life, not just the gym. This is for everything. Whatever you set out to do, whatever you told yourself that you're gonna do internally, you said, I'm gonna do this today. I'm gonna do this next week. I'm gonna do that next month. If you continuously don't keep those promises to yourself, I can guarantee you you're at a place where you've lost so much self-trust that it's almost unbearable to even think about this stuff, because you know you've lost so much of your self-trust. Okay, so what can we do to fix this? That's the question. This is not a depressing video, guys. Okay, what can we do to fix this? That's what we're going to talk about. You have to keep those small promises you make to yourself. You must. And I don't care how small the promises are. It could be something as small as, I'm not going to eat a dessert today, and then you actually don't get it, right? You go to a restaurant and you're like, I'm not gonna have a dessert today because I'm watching my weight. Let's just say it's that. And then you go to a restaurant and you actually don't have the dessert, okay? So something as small as that, or something as small as, I'm gonna read, 1 book this month, or I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna walk at least, let's say, 5,000 steps today or tomorrow or whatever. You set out to do it. I'm gonna exercise at least 2 times per week. Do it. You actually have to do it, guys. So this goes for whether you feel like it or not. That's the most important thing. And this is how you build the self-discipline muscle. If you continuously make it small things, by the way, make it small, very achievable things. Maybe it's going to the gym for 15 minutes, not 1 hour. And the reason why I say that is because I find all too often, guys, I work with a lot of people. I coach a lot of poker players, hundreds of poker players, okay? And I don't coach only poker. They tell me about their life issues. And the only reason I understand these things and I have some knowledge to share with them and how they can approach these things is because I've read hundreds of books from people that are way smarter than I am and people that have figured these things out. And that's why I'm able to share this stuff with you guys as well. So you have to keep those small promises to yourself. That's the step 1 on starting the self-discipline. And here's the kicker. you're not gonna feel like doing it, guys. So start small. Don't go from nothing to like, you know, this is what I'm talking about when the people I coach are like, oh, I haven't been to the gym in years. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. 4 days per week, 1 hour every single day. We're going for it. No, calm down, okay? You are guaranteed setting yourself up for failure when you do that. 100% guaranteed. And that's not only coming from the books that I read, that's coming from personal experience. I promise you, you are guaranteed to fail if you do that. You might do it for a week or two, but it is not lasting. What you must do is, if you haven't gone to the gym, I'm using the gym as an example. This could be anything, like I said, guys. This could be work related, this could be relationship related, this could be absolutely anything that you're building self-discipline for. But we're on the gym topic, so let's just stay there. So if you're one of those people, I haven't been to the gym in years, whatever, it's not a priority of mine, start by doing 1 time per week, 30 minutes. Be like, okay, like Tuesday's my day or whatever. Let's just say it's Tuesday. Tuesday's the day I'm going to the gym, 30 minutes. And then if you actually do that week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, a couple months, you're like, okay, you start to build a little bit of confidence and self-trust in yourself. Like, I actually did what I said I was gonna do. Finally, I'm doing it. And then maybe at that point, you progressively, very minorly try to add to your schedule. So maybe you say to yourself, is it more productive or is it easier for me to go to the gym now for 1 hour per week for that 1 day? Or maybe I can do 2 days at 30 minutes. You start very small. And when you get to a point where you start stacking these wins up, when you start doing those things that you set out to do and you keep those small promises to yourself, what's gonna happen is your self-discipline muscle is slowly getting stronger, okay? You're slowly building more trust in yourself. Slowly but surely, you're building that trust. And you're like, okay, I said I was gonna do it and I actually did it. This is nice. Now I feel like I'm building that self-discipline muscle. And I'm going to the gym, even on those days where I don't feel like it. I'm putting in the work on my business, even on those days I don't feel like it. Even if every bone in my body and my mind is like, I really don't feel like doing this today. I really don't want to do this. That's what you're gonna feel, guys. I guarantee you at some point you're gonna feel that, where the day's gonna come and you're like, I really don't feel like doing this. And then you still go. I guarantee you this, when you get back from the gym, you are going to feel amazing. You're gonna be proud of yourself. You're gonna give yourself a pat on the back and you're gonna be like, I did what I set out to do. And that matters more than anything. And you're gonna be proud of yourself. So that's really, really important. Another thing to keep in mind is exactly what I just touched on, is emotions follow actions. So you're not gonna feel like going to the gym before you go to the gym. But after you go to the gym, guess what emotions are gonna come up? You're gonna feel accomplished. You're gonna feel like I did something. I set out to do something and I did it. You're gonna be happy, proud of yourself, accomplished. All those emotions are gonna come, but only after, not before. Okay, so that's the key. That's the key to building this discipline muscle. You can't wait for a feeling to do something, because your feelings are gonna come and go. You're not in control of like whether you're gonna feel motivated today or tomorrow or next week or not. You're not in control of that. Sometimes you feel motivated. Most of the times you're not going to feel motivated. Almost all the time you're not gonna feel motivated. But that's when you gotta just get up and go do it anyways, and trust that emotions that you're after, that motivated feeling or the accomplished feeling or being proud of yourself, that's gonna come after you do the thing consistently. You're gonna feel those things, trust me, but you can't rely on it to get you started. And one thing to really keep in mind is you will not be perfect at this, guys. You might actually go like, let's just say like 3 or 4 weeks where you're following your self-discipline, whether that be working on your business or reading books or going to the gym or whatever the self-discipline you're trying to do is. You're not gonna be perfect, guys. You're gonna mess this up somewhere. And even if you don't mess it up somewhere, let's just say a couple months goes by and then like a certain Tuesday comes around, you're like, I can't really do this today because of this, that, and the other thing. And what happens is most people, when they have this one setback, they just fall off the wagon entirely. They never come back. You have to be anticipating this, that you won't be perfect. You might miss 1 week. Somewhere along the lines, you might miss a week, but you gotta get right back on that horse and be like, you know what? If I missed it on Tuesday, I'm gonna go ahead and do it on Wednesday. And then I'm gonna continue on my Tuesdays every week coming forward. You have to get back on the horse as quick as possible. Be kind to yourself when you do miss, because you're gonna miss. Even if you don't miss in that way, eventually what'll happen is you'll probably get sick. You'll get the cold or like a flu or something, and then you'll miss a couple weeks, and then you'll just kind of never come back. If you don't intentionally come back, okay, guys? So you have to go out of your way to come back. That's the whole point. So make sure you get yourself back, and make sure you do the things that require your self-discipline that are gonna help you live the life that you wanna live, okay? That's what's most important here, guys. Whether that be growing your business, going to the gym, working on your body, reading the books, gaining the knowledge, whatever it is. I only focus on a few of the things here. There's lots of different areas of self-discipline, okay? Whatever the thing is that you're doing for self-discipline that's gonna help you have a better life, continue to do it, whether you feel like it or not. Realize that the emotions are gonna come after you start doing the things. Realize that you're gonna start building trust in yourself and confidence in yourself. Realize that once you've watched this and you don't do that thing that's in your mind, now you have that information. If you don't do that thing, you're gonna feel kind of defeated, like you can't trust yourself again, let down again. You're like, oh, I just can't do it, you know? No, cut that out. Start here, start small, do that one thing, get it done, and see how you feel. You're gonna be like, finally, I'm able to stick to something, and I'm doing it. I'm so proud of myself for doing this. That's where I want you to be. Let me know how it goes in the comments down below. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Good luck. Bye-bye.